Welcome to the first episode of Harley and Malarkey.
Kind of playing with the name of a subtitle. We're going to call this one Old Dog, that's me, New Tricks.
That's me.
That's her, obviously. We want to tell a little story about how a fate brought us together and how we all started this journey together.
Yeah, where stars collided, how we got here.
How our stars collided. So it was a beautiful day some 2.5 years ago, I do believe, November something.
6th,
November 6th year.
2021.
Look at that. I love dates. Not much. So I was up at a food and wine festival in Huntington Beach, California. I was bringing awareness to our brand, Chef's Life Oils, doing a demo with my brother, Uncle James, and we were just out meeting people, spreading the word. And it was a lovely day, as I recall.
It was a beautiful day.
And there was just a lot of people. When you're doing these as a chef, people are coming up and saying hello. You know, I have a little attention from Top Chef and the Food Network. So everybody's wanting pictures, and James and I are drinking margaritas. Actually, I don't think James was drinking. Brother James.
He wasn't drinking at that time.
Kid's a drunken fool now, but he wasn't drinking that day. Just kidding, Uncle James. But we're having fun, and there was this peculiar group of ladies, especially one in particular, Lauren
Devoy.
Shout
out Lauren.
One of those ladies that has zero fucks.
Yeah.
Zero fucks. Like, came on strong.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I love it. Oh, the beef tartare, this is insane. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And she kept kind of coming around, hovered. She had a little bit of a hover.
Yeah.
And throughout that, she has this spicy little friend. And she comes up and she gives zero fucks also. So it might just be something in the water down in Newport Beach. But she did not care at all. And she was just talking mad smack, going, oh yeah, I guess you're somebody important. Who are you?
I don't think I did that.
No, you did. You're like, oh, something Top Chef, blah, 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 blah.
It might have been me.
Yeah. And she said, you're too good looking. You must be gay. And I think that's kind of rude, actually.
Yeah, that's how he remembers it. I think I was just like, I saw you prance around this booth.
Prance around. I'm a prancer. All right. I call it dancing. It's a fine line between dancing and prancing.
I've seen you dance.
Would you rather see me prance?
It's a tough call.
Okay. So anyway, I get to meet Larson, her brother, and now Sarah.
Well, let me tell my side of this part.
Yeah, you tell about the prancing.
So I was there celebrating my birthday with some girlfriends, and we were, you basically go to a food and wine fest when you're in your 20s, early 30s.
No, I don't believe that. I'm a professional at these. I go to quite a few of them, and there's a large variety. Some people actually go because...
Okay, well, this is Huntington Beach. Let's be real.
Some people go because they love wine. They're not just going to get effed up.
They weren't pouring great wine.
Well, that's true about that. So we didn't have the most sophisticated drinkers at this place.
Yeah. So we were going to get drunk. It was a time in my life where I was celebrating life, somewhat newly single. But I was there just really focusing on having a good time with my girlfriends. And Lauren kept being like, oh my God, you guys, there's a Top Chef here. And I kept being like, Lauren, do I give a shit? I've never seen that show. Like, I don't care. And she's like, oh my God, this beef tartare is so good. You got to try this beef tartare. And I was like, I don't want any fucking beef tartare. I just want another glass of wine. But she did get me over there. And
she loved that beef tartare.
I liked who was serving it. I was like, a lot better looking than I thought he would be. And the first time we made eye contact, I had an experience that I've never really had before, where I just was like jolted back. It was something.
I do have some really nice blue eyes. Can you focus in on those? Oh.
He does.
I remember the spicy young lady also. Very spicy young lady. I like the jolt. I didn't know the jolt. That was good.
I mean, that's fate knocking on my door.
Yeah. I soon would be knocking on that door also.
Not that soon.
Oh.
Then I think at some point Lauren wrangled the group and brought him over to us, and we were just, still chatting. I had already called him gay, I think, at this point, but I had settled on that he probably wasn't gay, but I said, well, now you're old.
A fashionable man in today's society is considered gay. Now, that's really rough. Okay?
I love gay men, just to clarify that. I just,
I too love gay men, and I am not gay, so...
And...
You invited me to your house.
Oh, no, yeah, but first I said, you're way too old for me, but I'll still make out with you. And then I invited you to my dad's house.
And I said, you're way too short for me. And so that's how it happened, you know? But this moment is captured in a few photos.
It is. There's
one
a
of
really
these photos,
cute photo.
There's a photo of us just enamored with each other. And maybe we can post it up on this because it is so cute. I actually gave it to you for
Christmas this year.
You left it at my house for about a month, which
No, I
means you
didn't.
really didn't care about it at all.
It's hanging up in my bedroom right now.
Behind the closet door. But yes, so her crew invited my brother and I back to her childhood home at Hal's place down in Newport Beach, not far. So James and I quickly cleaned up and wrapped up and headed down there. Well, she was very intoxicated, but the rest of the crew was very, very fun also. And I was lightly drunk. It was one of my lighter drinking days.
Yeah.
This was when I was in my heyday, also coming off of a relationship. This is essentially the worst time to meet somebody and essentially maybe fall in love. Now, we weren't in love yet. This was just enamored. But we're both coming off long-term relationships. This is total rebound. Nothing about this relationship should be working out. And go.
Well, I think it kind of was like love at first sight as much as it can be. I mean, you know, I didn't know you. There was a lot of things to learn and figure out, but
a lot of red flags.
Yeah. But if you see that picture of us, it was like 15 minutes after we met and we look like we are just madly in love.
It's hilarious.
And I really was kind of madly in love with you from, you know, the first time I met you sober.
Let's not get to the sober party yet. Let's get to that party. So there we are. James and I come rolling into Newport Beach. She's got a whole bunch of her friends there. Her brother Larson's checking us out, a little apprehensive.
We're all dancing in the backyard, playing music.
I remember this is Breeders' Cups Day. I love horse racing. So I get Hal, her dad, to turn on horse racing. I pull up my betting apps. I start making bets for her father, teaching him the greatness of gambling on racehorses. I mean,
probably because he's like, this guy's only like 20 years older than me, and his daughter keeps making out with me. I gotta find some way to.
Oh no! I just really wanted to gamble with Hal. If you meet Hal, I mean, him and I. What the funniest thing is, she has such a daddy issue. I am her father. All right, incarnated. We dress the same. We do the same things. He's hilarious. He's much more suave than I am. You know.
He might be, but I wouldn't call it a daddy issue. I love my dad.
She loves her daddy so much that I am her new daddy.
Oh God.
This is so fun.
Well, dads out there, you know, just consider that.
What? Oh, your daughter's looking at you?
How you treat your daughter is who they're going to end up dating.
That's true. That's true. I really feel there's a lot of truth in that. So you were hilarious. You would just walk by me randomly as I was betting the ponies with your father and just make out with me. And she is a very good kisser. Let's not get that wrong. I did wind up in your childhood bedroom.
Yeah, I pulled him in there.
Pulled me in, all right? And then my friend
Sally came knocking at the door and was like, hey guys, excuse me, Hal's not really cool with this.
Hal's not cool. Don't even at my age and her age, don't go into the childhood bedroom in front of father. Now, nothing was happening. It was pretty much PG-15. That's a whole nother podcast here. We're learning about 15-year-olds.
Oh my gosh.
But it was PG-15. We were being respectful and not being ridiculous.
I don't remember.
Great. Now I'm being pursued by the law. Wonderful. Fine line. So I was being a gentleman. I was leaving that day, and I ran into your brother Larson out in the maze where your house is. And he's like, yo, you're really cool. You know, I didn't think you were going to be cool, and I really like you. And thanks for respecting my sister and not taking it too far in said childhood bedroom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, little did we know that respect actually backfired a little bit because I was pretty drunk. I came out of being really drunk at like 8 o'clock at night, and my dad and brother were both dicks. And they're like, that guy was actually really cool, and you were kind of a mess. Like, and so then I was embarrassed, and then I was like, whatever. I don't ever need to see this guy again.
This old man.
And the next morning, I saw that he had left his name and number on a piece of paper. And I just told my dad to throw it out. I was like, I don't ever need to see him again. I don't need to relive that.
Can you believe that? to be so close to something so amazing and just let it go.
Yeah, but we don't like alcohol anymore. But at the time, it was a good thing because then I started drinking some champagne, and then I was like, I couldn't have done anything that bad. Why not? Like I'm single. Why not just see what this is? And so I was like, Dad, where's that number? And he's like, well, it's in the trash. I was like, please get it out for me.
I love I've never really thought this out that much, but visualizing her father, Hal, digging through the garbage for my number really warms my heart thoroughly.
Yeah, it's what happened. But I wasn't in a hurry, so I waited a couple days, and then there was this other guy that I was talking to at the time.
Shh. Hey, I don't know about this.
I've told you this, but he was being a dick, and I was like, oh, fuck this guy. I got another number to reach out to, and thank goodness for him, because then I texted you, and I texted you a picture of us that Lauren had taken, and I said, hey, it was great meeting you.
Super cute.
Yeah.
That's the picture.
No, I didn't text you that one. That would have been too forward.
Oh.
It was like a group shot.
I can't remember. Oh, you had those boots on that I was making fun of.
They were pointed toe slip-ons, yeah.
Yeah.
Steel toe.
Really ugly. Real ugly. I was like, hey, your fashion is not very good.
He's got a lot of opinions.
A lot of opinions. So she said, I always go to San Diego for my birthday, which you then had to remind me that was right now.
Yeah.
Again, this was a birthday week, sort of as women like to have, and not a birthday
I
day.
haven't always been that way, but just an aside here, I was like, birthdays are lame. People that are like obsessed with their birthdays are stupid, but it's the day that you came into this world, and shouldn't that be celebrated?
It is, but as the old dog and you're the new tricks, let me tell you, when you get a little bit older up in there, you don't really want those numbers adding up. You know what I'm saying?
Or you do, Okay. Anyways, what were you talking about?
So you wound up coming to San Diego, staying at a beautiful new hotel down there.
Yes.
And you said, why don't you?
Alida Maria. And I said, should I meet you at dinner, or do you want to come by my hotel first? And he said, I really want to see what that new property looks like. I'll stop by.
Meaning, I really want to check you out because the date was taking you to Herb and Sea in Encinitas, my restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. And I just can't be bringing in anybody to the restaurant. I got to make sure I remember what I was dealing with. Maybe I was like wanting to kick the tires before I drove the car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And, some people...
she's like, all right, now we can just end this relationship right now and call it a wonderful little experience in life.
No, but it might be a risk, perhaps, to go leave a key at the front desk for this strange man you've never met before in your life.
Completely crazy. And again, I was drinking very heavily in these days.
Yeah.
I remember stopping off at the bar and probably having a shot of tequila.
Probably, but you were cool when you came up, and you said bubbles or tequila, and I said bubbles, and you showed up with you pranced into my room, and you showed up with a nice bottle of champagne, and we sat on the balcony of my room for like probably an hour and a half or longer chatting before we went out to dinner.
Good thing about owning the restaurant is you don't have to really make a reservation or be on time to a reservation. We had a wonderful time.
Yeah, my assumption was that this guy's going to sit here and talk about himself the whole time, and has a massive, massive ego, and it's going to be entertaining for me to observe, and it's going to be entertaining for me to have this experience, but that will be where this probably ends. But it actually was like we had an amazing conversation. We connected about a lot of deep things that you might not normally talk about on a first date, like losing family members to addiction, and we didn't kiss or anything in the room, and it was lovely. She
was dressed beautifully. She had definitely gotten rid of those steel-toed boots, so I was excited about that. And we went and we had an amazing dinner at Urban Sea.
Yeah, and then by the time we left dinner, we were like making out in the Uber.
We were making out in the Uber, and that's how we met.
If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share with a friend, subscribe, and leave us a rating and review. Follow us at Harley and Malarkey Podcast on Instagram and send us a message to let us know what you want to hear next or have us answer your question on an upcoming episode. Tune in next week for more Old Dog New Tricks. Thank you for listening.